Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stir up my epoxy, 6 ounces, for 3 minutes. And then I'm going to add the black paste, the black pigment paste. There'll be a nice dark background. And get back to you in a few minutes. Okay, the epoxy has been stirred for 4 minutes and it's nice and clear. I'm going to put the resin paste in. Okay, and if I have leftovers, a lot of bubbles in it, which could be a problem. I don't want to put this epoxy stick in here. I have to use a clean stick. Otherwise that's quite a bit. That should get pretty, I want pretty opaque color. I put quite a bit because there is quite a bit of resin in this cup. And I want it to be pretty opaque, this color. I don't think we're going to get any petals. I don't think the gold made any petals. It made marks, but I don't think it made any petals, so we'll have to see how this looks with this black background. The center is gorgeous, so maybe we'll just get something pretty anyway. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty thick. Probably put a little too much paste. But it's going to be pretty thick. Put a little too much paste. But it's going to have to do. So let's stir it up good. I might want to put some sparkles in it as well, but not the thick stuff. The thinner one. Not too much. Don't want it taken over. See if that's enough. It might not even show up with this dark opaque black. It might show up a little bit here and there. So far I'm not seeing it at all. But I'm not going to add more. I don't mind if it's just black. Okay, I think that's good. Here we go. So I'm going to add the big one first. Looks pretty thick. I'm not sure if that's going to matter. Let's see how far that spreads. I don't want it going over the top of the... It's definitely hard enough to put this coat. It's going to need a little bit more. Now I can torch it, get some of these bubbles out by torching it with the pastry chef torch. It's probably high enough for this one. And just a tad more here, and I could use the rest in those letter molds. Always have another mold handy for extra Okay. Seems to be a little higher on this end. Might have to put a little stick under there. It's not quite going over the top, but maybe just a little stick underneath. Let's see if that's too much. It is moving. I'll keep an eye on it. I want to make sure it doesn't get too high on this side. Let me pull this back a little. Can't seem to get my table. Okay, I'm going to put this in something that I can squeeze again into the letters. So I'm going to get another pastry. Now, a small flexible cup will do too. Let me see if this will work. This is too stiff, but the other thing might work. Gonna have to. Not much left. I did a good. I figured out the amount pretty good that it was needed. There's very little left. I'm just going to put it in here and use that in my letters. And that's it. I might add some more sparkle. So I've got some silicone mats under me to keep things a little cleaner. They're pretty easy to clean up. Okay. So this purses, see? So I should be able to control how much I'm going to put in there and put a little more sparkle. Whoop, I put too much. It's going to get kind of pasty. Oh yeah. This might be a little too pasty. It's not going to flow. Became too pasty. Might not be able to use this. Let me see if I can get it in this way. No, I don't think so. It's got to be able to flow. And I don't think it's going to. So, maybe I'll use a torch here. I can just torch the bubbles away. You could also use alcohol, because you got to be careful not to damage your mold. But this really does take care of the bubbles beautifully. Don't overdo it. Once it's done, it's done. They might resurface a little bit again. And I do see the sparkles. That's good. I do see the sparkles. It does do a beautiful job. Just try not to go near the mold. You'll burn the mold. And you can make the mold adhere to the sides of the thing you just poured too. So that's it. That's it for now. We just wait for this till tomorrow, and looks like it needed that little stick to level it out a little. It's a little high on this side. Let me just bring that around this way a little bit. And just level out. Don't want it too high. Beautiful. Beautiful. You can use, I said, the alcohol ink, the alcohol rather, to get rid of bubbles also. Beautiful. And it won't hurt your mold. That's it for tonight. Wait for these little guys to see what happens with them too. You could probably use a little squirt of alcohol ink. That's it. It's good enough. Okay. The fan seems to be doing something, so I think I'm going to shut it off. Slowing down. Yeah, the alcohol ink seems to be, I don't know, making a film. I'll have to see. Maybe I should leave the fan on. Let it evaporate. Yeah. We should let it stay on and evaporate. But low. Okay. All right. We'll do the unmolding tomorrow. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Okay, are you ready for the unmolding? It's not quite 24 hours, but I think it's close enough. They feel pretty hard to me, but I will leave them flat for another 10 hours at least. Okay, here we go. I hope you can see this. Ooh, wow, that is dark. But I like it. I like the contrast between the center and this. Didn't get petals, nope. The this stuff that I used, the metallic gold resin pigment paste. So I will keep experimenting. Black background, a little bit of not too much glitter in it. But I think it's beautiful. I still think it's a very beautiful platter, especially with the contrast. Let me come over closer. Okay, there we go. So when I held it back here, this was good too, you could see it, yeah. But I'm just going to take you in for a close-up. That's that gold. It's much brighter in the camera, actually. And the back is black. A little bit of glitter. I still think it's very pretty. You know, not everybody wants turquoise, and I'm tell you the truth, I'm kind of tired of blues and turquoises. So this edge here, I will use my grinder to just smooth it out a little. I do that with all my pieces on the back. And I think it's almost 3D when you see it in person. This looks almost 3D. This does too. I don't know if you can see that little bit of depth in there. Beautiful. Okay, let's do the other one. Yeah, I'm going to do it right here. Black again in the back. They come out pretty easily, especially when they're fully cured, and this seems to be pretty fully cured. It's probably going to be a lot like the other one. Ta-da! Oh, it's pretty. It's same thing. Same thing. It's didn't make petals. Now, when I say petals, it's supposed to look like petals. And I have ones that can't, I don't have one handy to show you, but they actually do look like petals when it comes out correct. This technique takes a lot of practice and just the right chemistry with the heat of the, epoxy, the heat of the resin, and the heat of the paste. Everything, and the density of them all. So it's not easy to accomplish, but I just love the reaction that I get from it anyway. I think they're still beautiful. Well, that's the unfolding. I also did some extra, I had some extra epoxy, and so I used these little molds here for the hearts. This needs a little more curing, so I'm not going to pop them out. You could tell they're just a tiny little bit sticky. They're not like going to stick to my finger, the epoxy, but they just got a little bit of stickiness to them, so they need the full 24. And it's probably, maybe it's the depth of the mold, I'm not sure, but they'll be just fine. These are other little hearts that I did the other day. Different color. I think they're pretty cool also. So much fun. And I dropped in a piece of glass into them too, just to make it a little more interesting. Okay, that's it for today. Have a good day, folks. God loves you. So do I. Bye-bye.